Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Up the River, Down the Bayou. I'm Eric Richey, and so glad you joined us as we get closer to the postseason. This show only gets more exciting with our guest, our team of the week, and our blast from the past. Our team of the week is Terrebonne. We're going to head down to River Parish and go to Houma and check out Tyler Lewis, put a mic on him, follow him around a little bit and talk to some of his players. Then we'll do a blast from the past as we usually do to end the show. We'll check in with the area volleyball teams too, because this is the last week of the regular season for volleyball, a week ahead of the football season. But the first thing we do today, and we're very pleased and honored to go up the river, and we're going to head to Destrehan, just down the road from the VSN home offices, and join Marcus Scott, Destrehan head coach, joining us live. Coach Scott, thank you so much for joining us. Man, it's just a pleasure to have you on the show. How have you been? How's everything going for you?
Going well. Thanks for having me.
You got it. You got it. I know it's Hahnville week, and we'll get into the game a little bit later, but what's your week been like? I know we record this show on a Wednesday. You're just 2 days away from the game. How's the week been so far as opposed to these other years where you play your rival across the river?
It's usually the same. Each and every year, you'll have different distractions that may arise, but for the most part, our process remains the same from week to week. So if we can try to keep everything as normal as possible, that's usually what helps us get through this week.
Coach Scott, you and Coach Robichaux have done such an amazing job through the years of developing such a powerful Division I football program that hardly ever loses in the regular season. I know this is different this year. You've lost 3 times this year, but the good news is you've won 3 straight since. Kind of paint the picture of this season right now for Destrehan as you move into this final stretch of the regular season.
Sure, we faced some adversity early in the season, whether it be injury or in having to play a bunch of young kids and things of that nature. But like we always say, the programs, you should be able to just plug and play, and you don't have to worry about, when you have a good team, that will fluctuate. But if you have a program, you're able to sustain through a lot of adverse conditions. And so I'm very proud of the kids and assistant coaches. I know we've lost 3 times, and that's kind of tough after going undefeated 3 years in a row in the regular season. But our schedule has been upgraded, and as you can tell by the teams that we played, a lot of those are still winning at a high level. And so what we want to do is take those experiences and hopefully it can help us down the line. This time of the season, you hope that your preseason and your out of district and your scrimmages and jamboree, all that stuff plays a part in how well you finish the season. So it's all preparation. So the fact that we hadn't had to face those obstacles in the past, I think has really brought us together and really challenged us. And so I think we'll be better for it down the line.
Coach Marcus Scott, if those of the people watching our show aren't familiar with your background, let me just catch them up real quick. A New Orleans native, Jesuit high school graduate, 1994 All-State safety. You played collegiately at McNeese State. Your coaching resume is highly impressive. Been a head coach at John Ehret, West Jeff, an assistant at Nichols, secondary coach for Coach Rebo. You were a defensive coordinator at one point for Destrehan. Now you're back as the head coach. If you can, tell us what type of a head coach you feel you are. Describe yourself as a coach, whether it's on the sidelines and how you kind of handle yourself, or just overall in building the programs that you've built. Describe Marcus Scott as a head coach.
Well, I will say that I have old school values and morals, but I try to keep up with the kids, with all the latest stuff. I try to be in tune with them. And that also, that helps with the way I communicate with them and things of that nature. But I would describe myself as first of all, somebody who cares about the kids on and off the field. And I care about the type of life that they're going to have once they leave our program. And I think once we, there's a lot of questions and a lot of situations that may arise, but the first question that I ask is, what's in the best interest of the kid? And once you answer that question, and then everything usually falls in line. So I try to put the kids' well-being first, and really try to focus on not only the academic side of it, but really the social part of it, because so many of the social situations are going to really guide, where the outcome of their lives, how they interact with people, how they communicate, how they treat people, and not only people of importance, but how they treat people who can't do anything for them. So that's the type of stuff that we like to talk about and constantly harp on, and hopefully down the line they'll be telling their sons and daughters the same message that they've been hearing through the years from us.
I love that answer. That's awesome. I really do. And I've seen it firsthand, and the way you care for your players and, want them to succeed in life as great young men as well. So well put. It's unbelievable that we're less than 3 weeks away from the 1-year anniversary of a major moment in your life. Obviously, last November 17th, you successfully went through a kidney transplant. You've been dealing with kidney issues since your college days. It's unbelievable, and I didn't even know it. I know a certain few people that you're very close to, but, I remember, just going for a preview of a regional football playoff game last year, and like, no, coach is out. He had a kidney transplant. If you can, I guess, first of all, how are you doing health-wise barely a year after that surgery? And what was it like? Literally going through a surgery, you're wheeled in as your players are on the field playing a playoff football game. What was that like, and how are you doing now, Coach?
Well, first of all, God is good, and I'm doing very well right now. I'm doing blood work a couple times a month, and so far so good as it relates to my recovery. As it relates to the season last year, what a lot of people don't realize is that was my 9th call at 8 different times during the season, probably since August, that I was called, and it was basically a false alarm, or something was wrong with the organ, or somebody else was ahead of me. But the 9th time that I got the call I'm thinking to myself, there's no way that this is going to happen during the playoffs. And so I got the call late Thursday, and I immediately had to call my principal and let him know what was going on. And we had a team meeting that Friday morning, and it was pretty emotional, just because I just didn't know. What people don't realize is once you get called, it's still not a guarantee that you're going to get the organ. So there was a chance still that I wouldn't go in for surgery that day. But the way it happened was, it was my time, and I had to leave the team and get to the hospital. But the coaching staff did an outstanding job, because I had all of those false alarms, we had process in place for if I had to be out. So everybody really pitched in and did their part, and that's what was important, is to make sure that the kids were stable and had the right mindset, regardless if I was on the sideline or not.
8 times getting that phone call that you could potentially be the next man up for a kidney transplant. When you did get that call last November, did you feel any different, or what were the calls like before, when, obviously disappointment that something just went wrong, as you put it, with the organ, or it just wasn't, the timing wasn't right? What were those calls like, and what was that final call like? And did you feel like, yes, this is the time, this is going to be different?
Right. So I would get a call the day before, and then, a lot of times I was on what's called standby. So they'll call the next day or later on that night and tell you, hey, listen, it didn't work out this time for whatever reason, but you're up high on the list, so just keep doing what you're doing. And so Well, after you hear that a number of times, you start to get a little cynical about it, and so I kind of made a joke out of it, like, yeah, right, every time they call. But this particular time, the lady said, I said, what are the chances? And she said, well, if the organ is in the condition that we believe it is, then this one is yours. And so once she said those words, it really, got my attention, and I had to get on the phone immediately and just kind of make sure that the administration and the coaches knew what was going on. And so, yeah, it was an emotional roller coaster all last year. And I kind of kept it away from a lot of people just because I didn't want the kids to be affected by it. And we talk to the kids all the time about, regardless of your circumstances, you cannot make excuses in life. It doesn't matter how you feel. You have to go out and do your job. So if you have a job to do, other people are depending on you, then you have to put your personal stuff to the side and you have to go out and perform. And so, so many times during the season, I didn't feel well, or, the kids would see me sit down at practice for about 5 minutes just because, it was getting close to that time. I believe I was under 10% function toward the end there. And so they knew the situation, but I didn't try to make it about me, because I also knew that it's always about the kids and it's about the people that we serve. So it was coming on me to make sure that I kind of practiced what I preached in that particular scenario.
Well, it was an unbelievable emotional time, as you put it, and we're just so happy that everything has turned out so well. You mentioned that your coaches kind of took over those last couple weeks of the playoffs. I remember being out there, and Coach Boyne, Coach Taffy, Coach Vanette, all those guys just did a marvelous job. I remember when Coach Boyne, kind of addressed the team and gave him the update, and, told them, you wanted to be there. And they're like, people were having to hold you back to not join your team too early. But again, when you talk about Greg Boyne, how unbelievable of a scenario is it this week? Coach Boyne, now the head coach of your rival school, Hahnville. Mm-hmm. He's a Hahnville alma mater. And tell me a little bit about, playing Hahnville with such a close confidant, as your opposing head coach.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, very happy and excited for Coach Boyne and the job that he's done. And I know he's been waiting for opportunity for a long time, and rightfully so. And so to see him have success out of the gate is really good to see. People don't realize how far we go back. We started as first years. I was the first year head coach at West Jefferson. He was the first year coordinator, and our defensive coordinator, Coach Miller, who's now at Shaw, he was the defensive coordinator. All three of us were first year, and so we kind of grew up together in the business in a sense. And so we had a lot in common because we all worked for really good head coaches in the past that helped develop us. And so Coach Bourne worked for Coach Robichaux. I worked under Coach Robichaux. I also worked under Tim Rebo and Vic Umont and Spencer Ross and Tim Taco in Texas. And so, we all had this background where we came from basically coaching under legendary guys. I mean, I worked for Coach Tierney my first year at West Jefferson. So once you combine those guys and those mentors, it doesn't get much better than that. And that's kind of how we develop as coaches.
Yeah, no, that's great stuff. I guess before I leave this entire topic, let's talk about the game on the field. Tell me some of the keys against Hahnville this Friday, what you feel will be most important for Destrehan to be victorious.
Well, the keys don't change from week to week. You have to take care of the football, make sure you play sound defense and be sound in the kicking game. And so those three areas don't change. You also got to throw in, you want to minimize penalties. Our goal each and every week is to be 5 penalties or less, no pre-snap or no post-snap penalties. And so if you can hit those targets, you have a chance to be successful. Not guaranteed, but you give yourself an opportunity to be successful at the end of the night.
One thing I always wanted to ask you about, let's take it back to 2022 state championship football team. You were named the Saints Coach of the Year that season as well. The emotional moments on the sideline that unfolded as that game ended. We got some video of it. I was right next to you. First of all, I want to know who this guy was that gave you the big bear hug right off the bat here. And just held on to you. He was so excited. You're so excited. And then eventually you get to Coach Taffy and Coach Boyne. But who's this guy right here giving you all the love?
That's Quan Drake. Quan Drake is he's a collegiate coach, but he's a Destrehan alum, and so he was very excited about the whole thing, you know. And look, just to get Greg and Tim together, man, at the same time. This is my first time seeing this.
This is good stuff. That was right. Look, we're all right by you. You were just like, oh my God, I got to go shake hands. You're emotional. You're wiping tears from your eyes. That 2022 season, man, just a magical ride. And that state championship game, what a game. When you look back on it now, what does it mean to you? I mean, you know, all of the high school coaches and players, you strive for a state championship and you got one.
Yeah, it's really unbelievable, especially when you start thinking about the so many great coaches who hadn't had that opportunity. The first guy comes to mind is the late, great Wayne Reese. That was at McDonald 35 and Washington Marion all those years. You know, that Coach Reese has over 250 wins and never got the opportunity. You know, he lost in the semifinal his last season, you know, and it meant the world to me and my family and the coaches. And, you know, that wasn't just for myself and that particular team, but that was for all of the kids that I've coached and that we've coached through the years and you know, all of those tough losses in the semifinals and stuff like that. You know, it all came together, and it was a special time. It really was.
Well, you're a special guy. Let me just tell you that. You're very well respected, not only in the football community, but I know fellow media members like myself. We just love talking to you, interviewing you, and just checking out your program and following your team, and with so much success and now getting ready for Hahnville Week. Coach, we appreciate your time. Continued health, continued success, and can't wait to see you again in person.
Thanks a lot. Looking forward to it.
You take care. Best of luck. That was Marcus Scott, Destrehan head coach, getting ready for the biggest rivalry maybe in the state of Louisiana coming up on Friday. Time for us to take our first break here on Up the River, Down the Bayou. When we return, we're headed down the bayou. We're going to Houma, in particular Terrebonne High School, for our Team of the Week. Again, this show is brought to you by St. James Parish Hospital. We're back with more after this.
Hi, I'm Will Sermon from St. Charles St. John Farm Bureau.
And I'm Darius Coleman, and on behalf of our entire staff, we want to wish all the area teams the best of luck this season.
Real service, real people.
Did you know St. James Parish Hospital's ER was recently recognized by the American Heart Association for heart attack and stroke care? When minutes count, choose St. James Parish Hospital in Letcher for emergencies. Award-winning quality care close to home.
At South Louisiana Bank, we're great at banking, but we're great at a lot of other stuff too.
Is that a new rod and reel?
Hey, a girl's got a fish.
We care about the community we live in and the people we serve. We're not just like you. We are you.
Are you balling crawfish?
No, just letting them soak.
We're proud to be here and work for the place and the people we love. South Louisiana Bank. It's in the name.
Since 2000, Bayou Granite has grown to be Southeast Louisiana's largest fabricator of stone countertops. From precise laser measurements to state-of-the-art water jet and CNC machines, we can handle your kitchen and bath needs as well as any commercial projects. Let our expert staff design and customize the right material for your home or business. Stop by our new state-of-the-art fabrication facility and showroom today at 9622 East Main Street or call us at 985-637-4911. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Hi, I'm Jacob Rhodes. Welcome to Terrebonne Parish Farm Bureau.
Hi, I'm Celeste Blanchard. We'd like to wish all the teams in the Bayou and River areas best of luck this season.
I'm Brandon Allen with Terrebonne Parish Farm Bureau. We got you covered for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Derek Charpentier here. Remember, Terrebonne Parish Farm Bureau. Real service, real people.
It's time now for the Farm Bureau Team of the Week, and for that we head to Houma, where third-year head coach Tyler Lewis has Terrebonne sitting pretty at 6-2 overall with the homecoming matchup with Thibodaux this Friday. From Farm Bureau Terrebonne Parish, our Team of the Week, the Terrebonne Tigers.
It was a stick, plant, go. On the hop, guys, on the hop. Let's talk this week. Let's talk this wing tee. I'm Tyler Lewis. I'm the head football coach here at Terrebonne High School. This is my third season as the head coach at Terrebonne High School. This is my second stint at Terrebonne. I was assistant back in 2014 all the way to 2017, and this is my 14th season coaching overall. That said, he come back underneath. Here, he gets the ball here. You have to be ready for that, okay? That's why we cross-reading these wings. Mental money is just understanding that we work from the neck up. You know, it's all between the ears with our guys. We have to learn what the opponent do, but we have to get better as a team. All right, let's talk formation. We're gonna see. Let's go tight, right? Let's keep the double wings, but instead of two tight ends, we got two receivers, right? It's film. It's learning alignment. It's learning what our assignment is. It's installing offensively. It's installing special teams. And just making sure that the kids know where we at to start the week. Let's look at the one out of gun formation, all right? Let's go back with that tight end, Jordan. Jordan and Kobe. All right, still tight end wing and a wing backside, but this time they're in the gun. Well, I'm a hands-on coach. I'm very personal with our kids. You know, I have high expectations, so I'm very demanding at times, if that's what you want to call it, but the kids love it. They appreciate it, and it just makes them go even harder. Your job is your guards and your fullback. My safeties have the wings. It's homecoming, you know. We have a district rival opponent coming from Lafourche Parish. It's Thibodaux High School. It is the homecoming for the school. I'm not big on homecoming, Eric. I'm not even going to tell you because it's a big distraction. But I didn't know if you don't win a game, it don't make no sense to have a homecoming. Good, Jordan. Finish. Good. It's an exciting time for the kids and alumni. So it's going to be a great matchup between us. You know, they're going through a lot of adversity themselves at Thibodaux High right now. They're going to have a different type of energy, so we just need to be disciplined. We need to play with pride, and we just need to play like we're supposed to play this week. Very important week, gentlemen. Very important week, must-win game. You have a lot that's at stake. You know that. You have not only contending for a district title, which we haven't done since 2010, you have the ability to play a home playoff game for the first time here in a long time, all right? And then it's homecoming for you gentlemen and for the people that's coming home. You already know how I feel about homecoming. Homecoming for people that come home. You can't win a ball game, a homecoming game, don't make no sense to have it. We got to do our part.
I think we, as a football team, we do a great job with adversity. Like in them close game situations, we always find that extra gear to kick back and fight towards the win. I think the highlight for us is that we won a state championship and make a deep playoff run. And we want to be the first team to host a home playoff game on the turf since we've been here. I think it's going to be a good matchup, but all the distractions aside, we just have a tunnel vision and we just get the job done.
My name is Renard Smith. I play free safety and I'm a senior at Terrebonne in class 2025. We had a lot of adversity this summer and I just feel like we came from adversity and we're making a statement this year.
Be ready, be prepared, be focused in the classrooms, be focused at home, gentlemen. That is Terrebonne Perfect. Stick to that.
Terrebonne Perfect is always 100% school, outside of school, and on the field.
Terrebonne Perfect. We don't have perfect kids, but they have to do this perfect. They have to believe in the coaches, believe in the system, believe in the scheme, and that's what they're doing thus far. Everybody good on that? Easy. If you just do your job and be disciplined. We already know pride and discipline, okay? But we're turning that around, man. We're making it all about the kids. We're making it about work ethic. We're making it about discipline. We're holding everybody accountable, from myself to the staff to the kids, even the parents, man. It takes all those pieces is what it takes to win a state title, Eric, and that's our goal. We want to have the first title in the history of this school, and, you know, I've been a part of some championship programs, so we're doing all we can to make sure that we make that happen. Heavenly Father, we say thank you for the opportunity of doing this such great sport that allows us to have different opportunity that comes our way. I actually keep these young men safe, keep them smart, keep them Terrebonne perfect, keep them as a brotherhood, allow them to know that we must win and we will win because that is spoken. Allow these young men to have their grades, allow these young men to be great citizens inside of their neighborhoods and their community. In your name we pray, amen. Amen. Get a break, man. 1, 2, 3.
Ready to be a Tiger.
4, 5, 6.
It's personal.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Jacob Rhodes. Welcome to Terrebonne Parish Farm Bureau.
Hi, I'm Celeste Blanchard. We'd like to wish all the teams in the Bayou and River areas best of luck this season.
I'm Brandon Allen with Terrebonne Parish Farm Bureau. We got you covered for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs.
Derek Charpentier here. Remember, Terrebonne Parish Farm Bureau. Real service, real people.
Did you know St. James Parish Hospital's ER was recently recognized by the American Heart Association for heart attack and stroke care? When minutes count, choose St. James Parish Hospital in Letcher for emergencies. Award-winning quality care close to home. Local, family-owned H. Worth Elevator Service is the name you should choose when it comes to your commercial or residential elevator needs. We offer elevator installation, repair, and maintenance services. Choose professional elevator contractors in Kenner, licensed and insured. 24/7 emergency services available, warranties available. Backed by over 4 generations of elevator mechanics. Call H. Worth Elevator Service for your elevator needs.
Hi, I'm Blaine Brignac with East and West St. James Farm Bureau. On behalf of all of us, we'd like to wish the players, the coaches, the parents, the cheerleaders, the band members, the best of luck in the River Bayou area this season. Farm Bureau, real service, real people.
Welcome back to Up the River, Down the Bayou. It's the final week of the high school volleyball regular season. Several teams from the Bayou and River regions right now are qualified for the top 32 positions in their respective divisions. That means they'll get to go to the playoffs starting next week. The brackets will be released on Monday. In Division I, leading the way has been all year Hahnville, 27-5. Mindy LaBeouf's team has just done unbelievable. Mariah Mott and company should make that trip to the quarterfinals this year. That's been their hurdle for almost 20 years. It's been since they've been to the quarterfinals. This should be the year for Hahnville. They're the 4th seeded team in Division I as we speak and record this show. 17th Central Lafourche having a fantastic season as well. They're 22-17, and 23rd Destrehan 14-14, just like in football. Hahnville and Destrehan play this week in volleyball. Division II, what a year for South Lafourche, 27-13. They're the number 6 power ranked team right now in Division II. Ellender 12-12, they're 26, so they would be eligible for the playoffs as well. Division III, Vanderbilt and E.D. White lead the way. It's just been an unbelievable season. I don't know if you heard about their match on Tuesday night. Vanderbilt at E.D. White. It goes 5 sets, and Vanderbilt wins 18-16. Extra points. Are you kidding me? What a fantastic rival. And I want to tell you what, Vanderbilt and E.D. White both are poised for a strong run in Division III. Division IV, Houma Christian, you just saw them on VSN the other night against Covenant Christian. They're 18-7. They are the 10th ranked team right now in Division IV. St. Charles Catholic is 20th in Division IV, just under 500, but always a fun run for St. Charles in volleyball. Let's see how they wind up. Division V, Coach Brandy's done a fantastic job through the years with Riverside. They're the 5th ranked team in Division V right now. now, 22-10. And then you have CCA, yes, Covenant Christian. Right now, Craig Hamner and company, they are 8th in the power points, 21-11. We'll have a report from the Cajun Dome in 2 weeks on this show. So much more volleyball, actual video, interviews. We'll show you some stuff as we get ready for the state championship, which is November 14th through the 16th at the Cajun Dome in Lafayette. Time for us to take another break here on Up the River, Down the Bayou. Also want to thank South Louisiana Bank. We want to thank H-Worth Elevators. We also want to thank Bayou Granite and, of course, Farm Bureau. We're back with our blast from the past and ready to wrap up this week's show after this.
Hi, Robert Adams of River Parish Farm Bureau. On behalf of all our agents and staff, I want to wish all the area teams a successful season. Farm Bureau Insurance, real service, real people.
Since 2000, Bayou Granite has grown to be Southeast Louisiana's largest fabricator of stone countertops. From precise laser measurements to state-of-the-art water jet and CNC machines, we can handle your kitchen and bath needs as well as any commercial projects. Let our expert staff design and customize the right material for your home or business. Stop by our new state-of-the-art fabrication facility and showroom today at 9622 East Main Street or call us at 985-637-4911. And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
At South Louisiana Bank, we're great at banking, but we're great at a lot of other stuff too.
Is that a new rod and reel?
Hey, a girl's got a fish.
We care about the community we live in and the people we serve. We're not just like you. We are you.
Are you balling crawfish?
No, just letting them soak.
We're proud to be here and work for the place and the people we love. South Louisiana Bank. It's in the name.
Local, family-owned H-Worth Elevator Service is the name you should choose when it comes to your commercial or residential elevator needs. We offer elevator installation, repair, and maintenance services. Choose professional elevator contractors in Kenner, licensed and insured. 24/7 emergency services available, warranties available. Backed by over 4 generations of elevator mechanics. Call H-Worth Elevator Service for your elevator needs. Just about time to wrap up another edition of Up the River, Down the Bayou. We thank head coach Marcus Scott from Destrehan for joining us as our on-studio guest. And, of course, our team of the week, Terrebonne. We wish them the best this week in their homecoming affair against Thibodaux. For Justin Thomas, our producer, I'm Eric Richey. For Up the River, Down the Bayou, we leave you with a blast from the past. Good night, everybody. Lutcher and Bel Air getting a head start on Halloween, playing this game on a Thursday. We'll pick it up second quarter. Bulldogs trailing 8-0, but not for long. Jontre Kirkland finds Eldontre Davis. That's a 41-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, the Bulldogs were on the board. Closing seconds of the first half, and again, Kirkland finds Davis going across the field, cutting back, breaking tackles, and he's into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game. 39 yards for the score, and it's a 15-8 Bulldog lead at the half. The Bulldogs would score again. 4th touchdown pass of the night for Kirkland, the 3rd of which going to Davis, who makes the sweet catch in the back corner of the end zone, and Lutcher goes on to win 43-16.
I just don't know where we were the first half. I don't know, but you know, offensively we had 5 possessions. We scored 2 touchdowns and we fumbled 3 times. And I'm tired. The turnover is the biggest play in football.
Let's get to the Hahnville Central Lafourche highlights. How about this to start your game? The very first play, a kickoff return goes right to Ricky Preston. He's a senior as well. He's going to take it all the way to the house. 94 yards. That's how you start this football game. On senior night, a senior scores first. Austin Perrin, young man's been getting better each and every week. The sophomore quarterback hooking up to Brandon Singleton. And there goes the River Parish football reigning player of the week. A 58-yard touchdown, and Hahnville led 14-0 still in the first quarter. Back to that Hahnville defense, more pressure, and Jacob Plocky. He's going to intercept that ball, and the big defensive lineman gives the Hahnville offense primetime field position. That led to another touchdown. It's Mike Neal, injured since that Landry Walker game week 2, shows some nice touch here. 4-yard touchdown pass to Devontae Clark, and Hahnville led 28-7. Everything going Hahnville's way on this night. Fourth quarter, freshman kicker Matthew Boyer lines up for the field goal attempt. It hits the upright, but look at this. Ricochets right through the uprights. It's good. Hahnville led 31-7. Hahnville's won 4 straight games, winning tonight over Central Lafourche 38-13.
It was on my mind. I mean, Coach always said, how do you want to go out? And I said, I want to go out as a champion.
We on a hot streak right now. We just got to keep it up and do what we do and hopefully be a high seed in the playoffs and take it from there.
The East St. John Wildcats looking to close out the season strong, a Week 9 showdown with Terrebonne. Theme of this night, interceptions from the East St. John defense, in particular that guy. Amani Martin was all over the field, literally on both sides of the ball. It set up another Wildcat drive. Beautiful catch here from Jared Jackson. The Ragin' Cajuns will love plays like that. Special teams getting into the act here. Terrebonne looks like they're going to down the punt, but look at Antonio Parks on a full burst of steam. Not only scooped the punt, he's going to score the punt. Look at that speed. Arizona's going to love plays like that, Antonio. A 68-yard punt return, and East St. John had everything going on this night. Second half, more of the same. Amani Martin, this time in the backfield, on offense. Takes it in from 5 yards out, another East St. John score, but Martin wasn't finished. Now on defense, the linebacker, opportunistic, a ball hawk, call him what you want. He's all over the field. Martin this time would not be denied. No surprises this time. A 40-yard interception return to the house. Martin's third interception of the night. 5 in all by the East St. John defense as East St. John goes on to a 48-21 win. Now 5-4 overall, 4-2 in district play. Riverside ready for a little trick-or-treat action, hosting Sophie B. Wright. Rebels' first offensive possession, Hardell Mack chewing up yards on the ground. Not only did that move the chains, it helped open up the passing game for Jordan Loving. Any freshman quarterback in the state playing better than this guy? In the flat, Devon Julian. Explosive move for Julian, who scores and would also return a kick later for a touchdown. Rebels cruise 49-6. They're now 9-0. St. Charles ranked 4th in the state in 3A, hosting Lusher. And it's Austin Weber, the quarterback, barreling home late first half for a 21-0 lead the Comets would take to the break. The workhorse on this night in the backfield was Justin Loop. Here's 54 yards of his 163 on the night. Loop takes it all the way down to the 4-yard line. Very next play, fittingly, Loop would score. A 35-7 Comet lead at this point. Defensively, Eric Lewis would cap off the scoring with an interception and a return to the house. Lewis takes it all the way back, 49 yards, and the Comets win in cruise control, 45-7. They're now 7-2 overall, closing district play at 3-1.
Credit to all kids. I mean, it wasn't the best performance, but I think, to a certain point, they did enough to get by. And the defense was resilient and when they needed to be in certain spots of the game.